Hey YouTube, we're about to have some fun. So get ready because we're going to have some good fun. I want to get my Instagram set up. So bear with me 1 second while I get that set up. Okay, that's good. And then let's get Instagram. This is Facebook ready. Hold on. Almost good to go. Just want to make sure we're good. For Facebook. So YouTube is on. Hey guys, how are you? Let's go. Okay, guys. So hello and welcome. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. It is really bright in my office, and I think it's because of this light that's on. So I'm going to turn this off because it is like light bright. Okay, so I think I just turned on the wrong light. This new light that I have is so crazy. Has different lighting effects. So we're going to do something that I've always wanted to do. It's story time. You may not think that this is a great thing to do, but I thought it was such an ingenious idea. And basically what it is I'm going to be reading portions of books that I think are really, really great for entrepreneurs. And this is actually my favorite book for entrepreneurs. And you're going to be probably very surprised, but if you've seen the title, then you already know what book I'm going to read. And this is All the Places You'll Go. It's called All the Places You'll Go. It's by Dr. Seuss. And if you've never, ever read the book, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. And so, I also want to share that these are 3 books that I'm actually currently reading. I think it's important to always share as an entrepreneur, what books, are you reading to keep you sharp. So I picked up this one. This one looks really interesting. Just to show it to you guys, I'm going to show it to you guys. This one looks really interesting. This is called The Third Wave, and it's called An Entrepreneur's Vision of the Future. And it's by Steve Case. So I'm going to be reading this one. I picked this one up. I'm at Barnes & Noble, so I'm going to be reading this one again. It's called An Entrepreneur's Vision of the Future. And let me just see if I can read for you what this book is about. It's a period in which entrepreneurs will use technology to revolutionize major real-world sectors, including healthcare, education, transportation, energy, and food, and in the process transform the way we live. Part memoir, part manifesto, part playbook for the future. The Third Wave is essential reading for anyone who wants to survive and thrive in this rapidly changing digital world. So that's what this one is about, The Third Wave. I also picked up When to Rob a Bank. If you've ever read Freakonomics, which is one of my favorite books of all time, as just someone who loves great books, especially nonfiction, things about economics and just our society, then of course, I'm sure you have read Freakonomics. I actually read it when I was in high school. And so they have another book that is really a collection from their blog. Again, Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen I always get them wrong, Stephen J. Dubner. So they have this book called How to Rob a Bank. So I decided to get this one. And it's hilarious. And then, of course, I'm rereading a classic book called The Automatic Millionaire. If you do not have this one, be sure to get it. This is on building wealth through more of a passive way, but also is really great on understanding how the wealthy live. And I've just always loved this book, so be sure to get this. And again, it was called The Automatic Millionaire. If you have not read this book and you want to have awesome wealth and health in your finances, definitely get The Automatic Millionaire. But tonight, we're going to spend time in this book that I absolutely love. It's called The Places You'll Go. I'm sure you probably have heard of this book. Maybe you've already read it before. I know a lot of people see it as just like a graduation gift. But tonight we're going to spend time again. It's called Story Time. And this is so important. El Renee says, ma'am, get off my computer. You are interrupting me watching your video on creating your future offer. I'm sorry. So we're going to spend time in this book tonight. And this is story time. So I'm going to take off. I don't actually like the protective things that they come with. And I actually decided to pick up a brand new copy of this. And we're going to read Oh, the places you'll go. But I wanted to read this as an encouragement to entrepreneurs because I believe that a lot of times the entrepreneurship journey gets really tough and it gets really hard. And this book, in my opinion, is the best book for any entrepreneur because it talks about the things that you're going to face. It talks about things that you're going to go through. And you may think it's just a children's book, but this book was written for adults. So let's get into it. I'm going to read the book. You guys ready for story time? Such a different idea to do for a live, right? But I think it's really great. And I'm going to pause in between certain portions of this book to offer some connecting encouragement, to kind of take it deeper, because again, I really believe that sometimes life gets really hard as an entrepreneur. Matter of fact, as an entrepreneur, things are going to be tough. You're going to go through some things, and you need to realize and hold on to the fact that you have places to go. Okay, you've got to hold on to that fact. That's what I tell people all the time. You've got places to go as an entrepreneur. You've got people to see. You have places to impact. You have money to make, okay? You have things to break, strongholds, addictions, barriers, family curses, generational curses. You know, there are things that God, or, you know, maybe you're not a Christian, but there are things that you were meant to break. Maybe you're going to be the very first millionaire in your family. Maybe you're going to be the first college student. Maybe you're going to be the first, whatever it may be in your family, but you've got things to do. And I think it's important that we encourage each other to realize that as an entrepreneur, you matter to this economy. Yes, you do. Your small business matters to this economy, but not only does it matter to this economy, you matter to the world. There's something so unique that God has given you. So let's start off with our story time, okay? So it starts off and say, congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy or girl who'll decide where to go. And again, I'm sure you guys have read this book, but we're going to dive into this as entrepreneurs. We're going to have fun, okay? We're going to have fun tonight. Okay, here we go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care, and some you will say, I don't choose to go there. And with your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street, right? And so again, you may think it's just a children's book. But let me tell you something. This book right here is, again, for me, and this is the entrepreneur's encouragement book. The Bible is my number one. But this book right here, Oh, the Places You Go, I believe every entrepreneur should have a copy of Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss, for real. It says here again, you'll look up and down streets. You'll look them over with care. And some you'll say, I don't choose to go there. Well, what does that teach us in entrepreneurship, right? Every good deal is not a good deal. Every good move and every good partnership may not be the right partnership for you. So you've got to look them over with care. And it says here, you are too smart to go down any not so good street. This is talking about having discernment in your business, right? Having discernment in the money moves that you make, knowing that not everything you do may not be the best thing. And we've got to have discernment in our businesses, okay? So that what? We can make expert decisions. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. Now, this is really encouraging. You know why? Because sometimes as an entrepreneur, you're looking in places that you think, you know what, I'm going to have an opportunity here. You know what, if I just connect with this person, it's going to all work out. You know, maybe if I just connect with this group of people, it's going to all work out. But this is saying if you don't find a road to go down, you're going to head straight out of town. In other words, you're going to go. You're going to keep on going. You're not going to stop. You're not going to quit. You're not going to say, oh, well, I guess no one wants my business. I guess I'm just not talented enough. No, what this is saying is that when you don't find a road where you are, you go to where there are more roads, right? Isn't that encouraging to know that? I may not find any, you may not find any good friends who may support your dream. But guess what? If you keep on going, you'll find just who you need, right? Let's keep on going. It's so encouraging. I'm being encouraged by this. It's opener there in the wide open air. So look, he's heading out of town because, he looked in his town and, that he couldn't really find what he needed. But what he said was, look, I'm going to go open. Look, this is big. This is big. When you have faith in your dreams, when you have faith in your abilities, sometimes you're looking for things and you may not be able to find an open door. But the way you've got to see it is that if I just keep on going, there's going to be more opportunities because you know what? There's more open land out there. Yeah, that's why you can't be afraid to go into other towns and introduce your business. That's why you can't be afraid to network in other cities. That's why sometimes you got to put gas in that tank. Look, this is going to encourage somebody tonight. I really do believe this. I really do believe this. Sometimes you've got to put gas in your tank to go to cities that you've never been before, to introduce yourself to people you've never met before. Sometimes you got to get out of that comfort zone, out of that comfort space to stretch yourself. Because here's the thing that I've learned. Everything that I've needed has always been out of my comfort zone. Sometimes I've been in business and it's looked like this. I didn't see people who talk like me and walk like me. I felt like I didn't fit in. But that's where my opportunity was. So let's keep on going. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. In other words, when you go out into arenas that you're not comfortable with, when you go into places that you've never been before, you're going to meet people who match your passion and your fire. A lot of times we're just so stuck in our comfort zone and who we know and where we've been. And we're saying, you know what? I really want to have an awesome business. I want to have great relationships. I want to have a great life. And what this book is saying, this is so crazy, is that when you get out in the open place, when you get out in the open air, you're going to meet people who have that passion like you do, who have that fire like you do. They may not come from the same zip code. They may not come from the same skin shade. They may not come from the same neighborhood, but they're going to be just as brainy and footsy as you. In other words, they're going to think just how you think. They're going to have that fire and passion just like you have. And sometimes in business, we get discouraged because we feel like we can't relate to people. We feel like there's no one out there like us. But guess what? There's always people out here in this world who are just as crazy as you are, who are just as loving as you are. So it says, and when things start to happen, don't worry. Don't stew. Just go right along and you'll start happening too. Woohoo! And that's so inspirational. Oh, the places you'll go. See, you know what this is teaching us as entrepreneurs? This is so great. See, when your feet start to move, some of you're so in fear about your business, about your dreams, so much in fear. And what happens is that fear begins to become concrete, and our feet start to get stuck. And we start not to want to do anything and not move. But you know what? When you begin to believe, you'll start going places. A lot of times we want to know, I want to be here. I want to go there. I want to do this. I want to do that. Have you started believing? And not just that, but have your feet started moving? You can't just say, I believe, and your feet don't move. You can't say, I want to go international, and you won't save up to fly out international, don't have your passport. You can't say that you want your business to be well known over the nation, and you don't even travel over the nation, or you don't introduce yourself to people from different areas. You've got to have the faith for your dream. Because it says here, you'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. See, that's what happens. When you start getting on your way, when you start moving and doing things, you'll begin to find people who have the same fire and hope just like you. Guys, you can buy this book off of Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, Walmart. It's by Dr. Seuss. It's by Dr. Seuss. And it's called, Oh, the Places You'll Go. It's a children's book. And it's funny because they give this out usually to graduates like from high school and college. But man, as an entrepreneur, this has been the book that I read. I'm trying to tell. I read the Bible, but I also read Dr. Seuss. I read Dr. Seuss and I read my business books. Okay, I gotta read my business books. But I also love this book. So it says, you'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers. You'll soar to high heights. But you know what this always encouraged me about, right? This is the reason why I love this book. Girl, Nakira, I'm reading this book like it's my book because this is the book I read all the time. What I love is that, y'all gotta see this picture. Look at this picture. Look, y'all see these pictures. The pictures, they help so well. Because when you start really believing in yourself, you start to see things you've never seen before. You'll start to meet people who are going to higher heights. But here's the thing. A lot of times we say we want to have great mentors. We want to be, inspired. We want to be around great people. But see, great people are doing things. So if you want to get around great people, your feet have to start moving. You've got to start investing and getting into certain rooms. You got to get in your car and drive maybe a little bit further to get to that event, to meet that person, right? You've got to do what it takes to get yourself what? To higher heights, right? Okay, let's keep on going. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. Man, that's encouraging. Listen to me. You won't lag behind because you have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Let me tell you something. If this book does not encourage you, listen to me. It's called Oh, the Places You'll Go. It's also with this video. I think it's backward flipped here on YouTube. You guys, can someone please type in the name? Oh, the Places You'll Go. Oh, the Places You'll Go. That's the name of the book by Dr. Seuss. Okay. Oh, the Places You'll Go. And you can get it from Walmart. I don't know where you live, but you can get it from Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon. Order from Amazon. They're international. But yeah, be sure to get this book. So it says you won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You've got to believe in yourself. I meet so many people. You got all this talent capabilities, but you've got to believe, okay, that you are the best of the best. You've got to believe that you will top all the rest. You know what I tell my ladies? As a matter of fact, we're about to have our private sales boot camp. And, in the very first one, we talked about confidence. And one thing I told them is, you got to believe that you are the best of the best. You've got to believe that, that you'll never be far behind. That wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that God's got you. And even if you aren't a religious person, you've got to believe that you're the best. You got to believe that you are capable of everything and anything. But guess what happens? Uh-oh. So look, we see you flying. You're going high. Look, this is you flying high above the rest. This is you flying high above the rest. You're going to have the speed, but guess what happens? Y'all know how life is. Except when you don't. Because sometimes you won't. As entrepreneurs, man, sometimes things get really hard. And you feel like you got the momentum, feel like you got the speed. But then your balloon starts to hit a sharp tree. You start feeling like I was flying high. I had some money. I was building my business. Things are going well. But then your balloon starts to go high. And you see everybody else, right? Going further. You see everybody posting great things. You see everyone making great achievements. Or you were just doing so great. But listen what the book says. This is why this book is so good. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true. That bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. All the people you've been networking with and talking to, they're going, you're stuck in a ditch. Life is hitting you all sideways and stuff. And guess what happens? Everyone just starts flying along. You'll be left in a lurch. Things are tough. And you'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump. And the chances are then you'll be in a slump. How many entrepreneurs do I have where you've been in that place? Maybe you may be in that place right now and you just feel like Genesis, whatever you want to call me, Genesis Dorsey, okay? I'm telling you, life right now is hard. I feel like I'm in this place. Okay, it looks just like this. There's no more fun skies and there's no more colorful things. And, I'm done doing the branding and the fun. Now I'm in the behind the scenes work and I just don't have enough time for my business. Kids are running around. My marriage needs to be up and down. I just can't catch a break. And when you're in a slump, you're not in so much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done, right? Getting out of that funk in your business, getting out of that funk in your entrepreneurship, in your ways, whatever you're building in your platform, social media, and you were playing everything right, everything was going good, and you're in a funk. Wow. But guess what happens? Let's read on. And you'll come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're darts. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? Look, this is him, right? And he right now, he's looking at this place. And it's funny because a lot of times when you're in a slump, when you're in a funk, when life is going crazy, this is when now you got to start figuring out what's going to be my next move. What am I going to do next? I'm telling you, when you're in life, especially when you're building a business, businesses are all about risk. I don't know if y'all know this, but business is about risk. And you take a lot of risks, okay? I cannot tell you how many risks I've taken, okay, in building not just the family business and helping the family business, but also my personal businesses. And you've got to be able to take risks. You got to be able to do stuff that seems crazy at the time. But see, what happens is when you hit the slump, when you hit that down place, a lot of times you'll start second guessing yourself because you failed. See, failure will make you always question your next successful move because you're going to be like, what am I going to lose again? Am I going to fail again? Is it going to all ruin itself again? Is it really worth it again? I lost it all. I just don't think about it. But here's the thing. The thing about being an entrepreneur is that you can't keep an entrepreneur down. I'm trying to tell you, you can't keep an entrepreneur down. No, you can't. You know why? Because the thing about us is that we're builders. And see, when you are an entrepreneur, even when you're down, it's hard for you to stay down for too long because eventually that entrepreneurship spirit is going to be so intense. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is how you know who's really an entrepreneur. Because when we get down, we cannot stay down for too long because even while we're down, we're calculating moves in our head. We could be slayed out for the count. We may be out by round 2, but even while we're down on that boxing ring, we're thinking, you know what? Well, if I move this to here, and if I invest over here, I'm down. I look like I'm out. I look like, listen, you might as well drag me out the ring. But as a real entrepreneur, we're calculating our ways to make a comeback. But this is why sometimes, that fear of failure will try to choke you from going back to your successful place. So it says here, and if you go in, should you turn left? Should you turn right? Or maybe it's right in 3/4, or maybe not quite. Or go around the back and sneak from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find. For a mind maker upper to make up his mind. Woo, want that TCU. Oh man, you trying to make up your mind. Do I go here? Do I build this way? I lost out on this. And I feel like we could be building better. I feel like, we could be going here. But guess what happens? Let's read more in the story, y'all. Let's read more in the story. You can get so confused. And then you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace, and grinding on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, to a most useless place. I'm telling you, this book will preach to you. It's called the what? The waiting place. Man, this thing, let me tell you, I can preach. I'm telling you, I can preach right from this. I could preach right from this. Oh man, this book right here, I have read it so many times. It's amazing. I don't even know it by heart right now, but this is called the waiting place. And I'm sure for some of us, you've got to get out of the waiting place. You got to get out of the waiting place. And see, the waiting place is for people just waiting. This is called the waiting place. And see, out of all the places that you don't want to be in is the waiting place. This is about the waiting place. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no. I'm telling you, this book right here, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break. Oh my God. Or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. Oh, but guess what? This is the worst place to be. Can I stop right here and encourage you? The worst place to be is in the waiting place. Have you ever been around people and all they do is wait? They're waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the perfect season, waiting for the perfect thing. But the thing about action, the thing about faith, the thing about being encouraged in your dreams is that you've got to escape the waiting place. Now, for those of us who understand that there is a perfect time to wait. I'm not saying that we should not be a waiter, that we know that we should not be patient, that we shouldn't wait on God for certain things. But I'm talking about the kind of people where they're waiting to take the action that is in their own hands and in their own feet. You ever met somebody, who's always waiting for the perfect time, and they really, the time is right now if you really want it, but they're waiting for the clock to strike. And then, the thing about waiting people is that even when the clock strikes, they don't have the faith to go forward. So then the clock strikes and it's time. They're like, yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not, maybe next time, maybe next go. You ever met somebody and, you wanted to be a friend with them and, you were excited about the future. And so y'all both said, when it comes around this time, we're going to execute this. And then it comes around that time and you're ready to execute and they're like, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you go. I'm not sure right now. But see, guess what happens to our friend? Guess what he says? No. That's what it says. No, that's not for you. Somehow you're going to escape. All that waiting and staying, you'll find the bright places where the boom bands are playing. Listen, you've got to get out of there and you've got to get back to where the crazy folk live. See, you've got to get back to where people have dreams and they're not waiting on somebody to give them a check. They're going to go out here and stack their own money. They're going to go out here and make their own moves. They're not waiting on somebody to give them a pat on the back. They're not waiting on someone to say, you know what, I believe on you. They're going to say, you know what, I believe in myself, and that's all that counts. So you've got to get out of the waiting place. You can't be stuck in this kind of place where everybody's just in line, waiting on somebody, waiting on a change, waiting on somebody to help them out. Listen, sometimes you're the only help that you have besides God. So you've got to escape. You've got to go where the boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high. Ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy or gal, okay? So guess what's going to happen? So you used to be here. Used to be with everybody else. But now let me show you where our guy is at. Let me show you where he's at. He's right here. He's right here. This is where he's at, right here. He's right there. That's where he's at. That's where he's at. And that's where you're going to be. Look, you may have fell down. Look, listen, this is where he used to be. Listen, let me show. He used to be over here. Used to be here, used to be stuck, used to be holding on to a tree with his balloon, used to be down, but now he said, listen, I've gotten out of my waiting place, okay? I had to navigate through some places, okay? But now I'm back on my riding horse. I'm back on where my flag is. This is how it has to be. Sometimes you're going to go through some tough places. Sometimes things are going to get so dreary and so sad, and so you're going to be so mad, and things are going to be seem like they're all over the place. But see, you've got to be somebody who's excited about knowing that at some point you're going to be back here. Listen. This is the reason why you can't, this is big, you can't allow people, you cannot allow people, okay, to get mad at you or to make fun of you because of the season that you're going through. You cannot allow people to judge you, okay, for what you're going through. You can't allow people, okay, to mess you up because of what you're going through. You've got to know in your heart of hearts, okay, it may look like I'm out, but soon I'm going to be right here. I'm going to be riding with my flag high. Okay, I'm going to be here. And this is what you got to come back to. I've been in some situations, man. Woo! I'm telling you, I've been in some situations. Trying to tell you, been in some situations, man. I just said, you know what? I'm done. I was like this the beginning of this year. I've talked about this before. I was ready to go. I was depressed, okay? First of all, I wasn't reading my word. I wasn't in God. I was just all over the place, emotional. I was a wreck, okay? And I wanted to just shut down everything. I wanted to shut down everything. Didn't want to do nothing, okay? But this is why, as an entrepreneur, you need to have your first aid kit. Every entrepreneur needs a first aid kit. And this is not a physical first aid kit. This is your kit you go back to when you feel like leaving that which you've been assigned to. You can talk yourself out of all of the places that are for you, that already have your name marked in them, the doors, the contracts. There are things out here that are already prepared for you. But as an entrepreneur, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm here to come for you. If you've been wanting to quit, okay, you've been wanting to knock out of your assignment. You know, you got to build this business up. You know, you got to get to a certain figure, okay? And it can be so exhausting in the building process. I cannot tell you. People think that the hardest part is just having a business. No. Anybody can have a business. Building it is the hard part. Because when you build it, you've got to have a certain tenacity to not let go when the building gets tough. You've got to learn how to have a certain encouragement in your own heart. Because a lot of times, I'll be real, y'all, as entrepreneurs, okay, sometimes you won't have a person in your corner cheering you on. And you're going to have to learn how to pull something without you. This is why as entrepreneurs, if you don't have anything in you, when it comes time to build and continue to build, you're going to feel empty. That's why you got to have you got to have a word in you. You got to have some encouragement built on the inside of you. Because when building gets tough, you got to pull it on out of you. Okay, that I've been made for this. When it gets tough, when things are getting hard, you know what? I've been birthed for this. This has been the place where I've been supposed to be at my whole life. You know what? I've been called to this. Why would God give you these gifts? You may not be religious. Okay, but you're not thinking about some of these gifts and assignments you have, you know, and these gifts and skills and talents. Okay, you know, you don't have these things for anything. You know, you don't have this intelligent way of thinking for anything. You're not crazy for nothing. The way that you think, the way that you speak, your personality, your colorfulness, it's not for anything. Okay, it's for a reason. And so we've got to realize that even when it gets tough, there are things for you to do. Because guess what's going to happen? This is such an encouraging book. For some of you, you may be crying watching this. You may be feeling really like, whoa. I mean, I didn't even know how bad I was feeling. But it says here, oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Look, he's playing his game. He's shooting his ball. Right? He's shooting his ball. If y'all can see this, he's shooting his ball. Okay, he's shooting his ball. This is what I want you to understand. Okay, there's games for you to win. Some entrepreneurs, especially when you're building, you feel like that, you know, it's really no point because you really just feel like it's too small, and you know, it's just becoming hard, and I'm just going through too much. And it's just a lot, you know. Because except sometimes when they don't, because sometimes they won't, and I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. This is him. He's shooting by himself. You know, in the previous page, you know, he was shooting with other people, but now, you know, he's shooting by himself. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something, and you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance that you'll meet things that'll scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you don't want to go on. Have you ever been in this kind of place right here? Right here, just like him. Where, you know, you begin just shooting by yourself and doing things by yourself and feeling so alone, feel like nobody can relate to you as an entrepreneur, feel like nobody can hear you and your family, feel like nobody can really understand what you're going through. And sometimes you just don't want to go on. But on you'll go. Though the weather be foul, on you go. Though your enemies prowl, on you go. Through the hack and cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek. Though your arms may get sore and your sneakers, oh, they're going to leak. Listen, you going through the water. You going through this, you listen, this is you right here, trying to paddle, just trying to make it through. You just trying to make it through. Listen, you just trying to make it through the river, just trying to make it through life, just trying to pay the bills, just trying to pay the rent, just trying to pay the mortgage, just trying to pay the car note, just trying to get paid. No, you just getting on the bus, just trying to make it to work, trying to find a job. You just try to do it while you're also trying to build your business. I'm just trying to get through. But see, on you go. I got to read this again. I got to read this page again. But on you go, though the weather be foul. On you go, though people look, though your enemy's proud, people be talking about you, making fun of you. Because, they hear you saying on how, you're going to become this great business owner. You're going to become this great person. And they see you post, they still making fun. Like, yeah. She's going to just keep, she's just going to be, he's just going to be, they're just going to be. But you gotta let them talk, because on you you're gonna go through the hack-ins, cracks, how onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. I'm telling you, sometimes you'll be tired. You'll be so tired. On and on you will hike, and I'll know you hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. Sometimes this is how our problems look right here. See this big animal? You say, yeah, listen, sometimes you got to face those things that are bigger than you. Listen, you got to face those things that are bigger than you. Got to face those things. You get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure where you step. Step with great care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft. And never mix up your right foot with your left. Listen. Because sometimes, you get around people, all sorts of different kinds of people. You're like, is this the right business opportunity? Is this the right place that I should be? Should I really be here? Are these the right connects? This is why you got to be careful where you step. Got to make sure you step with people of integrity. Got to make sure you step with people who really care about their business and not just greedy for money. That's why you got to care about people who care about their employees, okay? You got to care about people. Got to be around people who care about their future. You got to be around people who have something to lose. Always make sure the people you are with have something to lose. Because people who do not think they have anything to lose are the crazy fools. I have been around people who don't think about their family, don't think about their marriage, don't think about their children, don't think about their careers, don't think about the years that they built to build their name. And they do foolish and stupid things because they do not value what they have. I don't care. I'm trying to tell folks, don't be around people who don't think about what they have, who don't care about their loved ones, who don't care about the people that surround them. Always be around people who have something to lose, because people like that are more careful about where they step. Okay? They're not trying to ruin their marriage. They're not trying to ruin their family. They're not trying to break apart their home. Be around people who value and know what they have to lose, because they'll be more careful with the deals that they make and the moves that they take. So it's something I've always learned. That's why you gotta be careful around people who do things late at night, especially for my men and my ladies. Okay, listen, I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care how long you've been whoever you are. You gotta watch around people who don't think, oh, it's just a little bit of this. No, it's just a little bit of that. No. I care about my little moves. Okay, I care about my big ones, but I also care about my small ones. I care about the moves that I make. Okay, I do, because I've got things. Listen, because see, when you've gone through this, let me just show you something. When your arms have been sore, okay, and your sneakers have been leaking, when you've been through crap like this, okay, when you've been through crap like this, okay, you can look back over what you've been through and say, no, I am not losing all that I have now because of something like this. You have to be careful. I'm trying to tell you, people will forget all the stuff they've been through just to explore and do things they have no business doing. But guess what? Even though you're going to go through some crazy stuff, you're going to face some crazy things, it says right here, and you will succeed. Y'all hear that? And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98.25% guaranteed. We're going to change that to 100%. That's the one thing I like about the book. We're going to change that to 100%. 100% guaranteed. Kid, listen, you got to put yourself in there. Gigi, you got to say this up. Gigi, I'm going to move mountains, okay? Kid, it says, kid, you'll move mountains. So you got to put that in yourself. Say, you know what? I'm going to move mountains. I'm going to move mountains. And look at this. I love this. So be your name, Buxom or Bigsby or Bray, or Mordecai Alley Von Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm so encouraged. Listen, I'm going places. You see him? He is pulling. Y'all see him? He's pulling his mountain. Y'all see that? See, this is what you got to understand. A lot of us, we're trying to conquer mountains. We're trying to get over mountains. But guess what? It says here, your mountain is waiting. Your mountain is waiting. Not for you to get stuck by it. Not for you to get stopped by it, but for you to pull it. For you to pull your, listen to me. A lot of times as entrepreneurs, trying to figure out how we can be better than somebody else, trying to figure out how we can do this other than somebody else, you've got to be the best you did that you can be. You've got to bring the best product that you can bring. You got to bring the best service that you can bring to the table. Stop worrying about how you can be like them. Be what you were meant to be, and you overcome your competition. A lot of times we're trying to overcome our competition by just trying to figure out what they're doing. But I have found that the best way to overcome your competition is to become the best version of you. And when you become the best version of your business, your product of service, you bring your best, you will always overcome your competition. Because why? Because you're taking your focus off of what they're doing and you put it back onto what you're doing. And that's why we can be encouraged by this book, because you've got places that you were going. You see him? Yeah, he's got places that he's going. Okay. And this is why this book, oh, the places you go, you got to read this to yourself a couple times, y'all. Y'all got to read this book to yourself. You've got to read this book to yourself. Why am I saying that? Because as entrepreneurs, there are stories that we must read to encourage ourselves. And I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on trying to find inspiring stories. I think this is actually a great addition to my lives, especially for my YouTube channel, on stories that will encourage us to keep on going. Okay? You've got to keep on going. Don't wait for me to tell you to keep on going. Don't wait for me to inspire you to go on and go. You must go because you've got mountains. Let me read that last page. I'm telling you. So, be your name. Buxom or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Allen Van Allen O'Shea. I am off. That's how you got to say it. I am off. I am off to great places. And today is my day. My mountain is waiting. So I'm going to get on my way. Let's do that one again. It says here, I'm off. You can say, right, if you're watching, say this to yourself. I'm off to great places. Come on. I'm off to great places, okay? And today is my day. Come on. Today is my day, okay? My mountain is waiting. Come on. My mountain is waiting, and I'm going to get on my way. Come on. I'm going to get on my way. That's how you have to be. Listen, your mountain, there's some things, man. There's some industries, marketplaces, okay? Arenas, neighborhoods, schools, okay? Environments, okay? Cities, nations that are calling your name, that need your products and your services, that need you to be physically in the building. They need your personality. They're going to need your touch. They're going to need your spunk. They're going to need that quiet and gentle voice. They're going to need that voice of reasoning. They're going to need that bubbly spirit. They're going to need you to be in that place. They're going to need your product or service to open up out the box. They're going to need your services to transform their organizations. They need you. So you've got places that you need to go. I hope that you were encouraged by today's story reading. If you are on YouTube and you're watching this, let me know if you would like for me to do these. Maybe we could do them maybe, and I'm not sure about once a week. I gotta have some time to find some books. But if you would like to see this kind of reading again, just let me know in the comments and just say, hey, I would really love if you did another one of these, where we do story time for entrepreneurs, where I find encouraging, simple stories, just simple stories that help us to put what we're doing in perspective. And seriously, you know what, Genesis? That really encouraged me. You'd be surprised how a story can really help us as entrepreneurs, because like this book said, sometimes you're going to be all alone, shooting, can't even win because you got nobody to play against, right? Oh my God, someone is watching from Wales. Hello, Tammy. Thank you for tuning in and watching from Wales. I just love it. Okay, Dove is saying it was good. Okay, so Dove is saying we got to do this again. Dove is saying, okay, Renata, why do I always, girl, I always butcher your name. Okay, Renata, I say Renata. But see, let me know if I've been saying it wrong this whole time because we've been Facebook friends for, I think, at least 2-3 years, 2, 3, 4 years. I keep on saying Renata. Sometimes I just say Mrs. Henderson. Let me know if I'm saying it right. I say we're not. But y'all, listen, if you have enjoyed this, I will check my inbox, Miss Henderson. Guys, if you enjoyed this, let me know so we can do this another time. Watching from the UK. Hey, Anointed Mark, thank you for tuning in from the UK. Look, I got 2 different people tuning in from the UK. Listen to this. I am loving this. Jasmine Tate said it was good. Okay, I'm happy there. I am happy. Okay, Nakira said it is really hard, especially when you're the first person in your circle building a business. Isn't that, it can be so challenging sometimes when you're the first in your family or your circle. But if I could just share, can I share some wisdom as an entrepreneur? Will you mind if I just share a little bit of wisdom real quick? I'm not going to be long. I'm going to give you just a quick encouragement. One thing that I found is that a lot of times, right, as builders, and I think I said this in another video, but many times we are the first to build what we're building, right? And it can be discouraging because sometimes we feel like we don't have a blueprint, right? Sometimes we feel like we don't have a game plan to follow behind. We're just like, I just don't know where I'm going. I don't know how I'm going to go there. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then you kind of feel like you don't have any inspiration around you. But let me tell you something. You've got to learn how to add some different people to your circle. But the people that you add to your circle may not be people that you will bring into the circle you already have. Sometimes you have to find people where you have to leave one circle to go to another circle because that one circle don't really want to hang on the circle you currently have. The circle you currently have ain't really ready for the next circle, if that makes sense, right? So one of the things I found was that I had to find people who match my next. You got to find people who match your next. You've got to also know what your next looks like, though. And when you know what your next looks like, you've got to find people who match your next. Okay, they got to match where you want to go. And sometimes you will find that you don't really fit in those circles yet because they're next. You're not currently there yet. But you've got to remember that you were made to be there because see, you were made for your next. And so when you go to those environments, don't feel like you're out of place. Matter of fact, you're just in the right place because you've got to learn the language of your next level. You've got to learn the language of where you're going. So when you go to those next arenas, you want to find people who match your next circle. But you also got to know when it's time to leave people who cannot handle where you're going. Sometimes you will find people who they have been rocking with you for years. They have known you for years. But because they've known you for years, they try to put you in that similar pattern. In other words, they know that you usually do this and they're fine with that. But now that you are going into a place where you're no longer afraid of new things, they can't really predict your next move. And some people are really not the best of friends because they can only be friends when you are someone who's living in a comfort zone. In other words, there are some people that can only encourage you when you are beneath them. There are some people that can only encourage you when you're in the pit and they're in the palace. In other words, there are some people who can only encourage you when they can relate to you. But you've got to have friends who they may not get the full picture and they may not understand all the stuff you're talking about. But they're going to say, you know what? I believe you can do it. I believe that you're capable. I may not be able to know all the blueprints. I may not be able to know how to balance a sheet. I may not be able to know how you're doing inventory. I may not be able to know all those terms you just talked about because you're the guru and expert at that. But I do believe that you are amazing. I believe that you are capable. I believe that you are the most capable person that I've ever met. And I believe that you can do all things. You may not have people, again, who may not have the expertise, but they believe in you. And you know what? I would rather have somebody who does not ever want to be an entrepreneur, believe in me, than be around other entrepreneurs who don't believe 2 cents in me. Because see, it's not about the job title that I'm looking for in a friend. It's not about, how busy you are and whether you're making moves like me. I just need people around me who believe in me. And sometimes you've got to leave people who are used to you being mediocre, so you can find some friends who believe that you are absolutely phenomenal. You are truly amazing, okay? So I'm just praying, Nikira. I believe you're going to find some people like that. I believe that you're going to surround yourself with people like that who truly believe in you. So, guys, guess what? We are done. We have read our story. I hope and I pray that you've enjoyed this. If you don't have this book, I think you should go on Amazon and get it. Again, it's called Oh, the Places That You'll Go. Okay, Oh, the Places You Go by Dr. Seuss. Go get it. So I am done. Let's go over our announcements, and I'm going to let you guys go. So what are the announcements? Well, if you are already on my email list, which you can sign up for at genesisdorsey.com, right there on the homepage, just scroll down, again, genesisdorsey.com, then you will know that we have our Instagram training. It's called Scale Your Instagram. And I am so excited to help those of you who've been wanting to master Instagram as far as learning how to be consistent in your posting, learning on how to schedule your posts, learning on how to do campaigns, and most importantly, I also want to teach you on how to target your audience and how to get a minimum of 100 followers per week. And this is like real stuff, y'all. And this is stuff that I use on a daily basis. And I want to share with you on how you can really have an Instagram strategy. So the seats are $97. We are 50% full for the class. And y'all, the class don't even start until like another 2 weeks. And so people have been jumping on it. We are 20. We have I think it's only 20 seats left. I think it's only 20. It's like 20, 25. I know we're 50% full. So I think it has to be 25 because 50 seats were the total that I had. So this morning, a couple people registered, which put us at 50%. So register for it. You can register by going to bit.ly /scale Instagram. Again, that's bit.ly /scale Instagram. There are 3 different classes that are happening at different times that you can sign up for. Seats are $97. It is an investment because guess what? My brain is not free. Okay. But then here's the other thing. I'm coming to Atlanta. I am coming to Atlanta, and I'm so excited about coming to Atlanta. I'm coming to Atlanta December the 8th. We are doing a private VIP business mastermind. It's only for women this time. I know it's funny, my men, they were like, Gigi. And it's funny because I have a 35% male base. And so they were really about to ring me. They're like, Gigi, how you gonna do this to us? And I'm just like, I'm sorry. But we're working on another mastermind that will be for men as well. But this one is just for my ladies, and it's December the 8th. It's from 12 noon to 4 p.m. It is a private VIP mastermind, which means that you're not coming to the door. Okay, there's none of that. Okay, you're paying in advance. Okay, and then a week before, we're going to meet together on Zoom. We're going to have our private VIP mastermind in a luxury hotel suite because I'm in luxury. Okay, I'm bougie, but I'm on a budget, but I'm also bougie. Okay, so. Anyway, we're going to be having our VIP mastermind in Atlanta. We already have people who are enrolling and have paid for their seat. You do have to apply for the mastermind. People said, well, why do I have to apply? Because you have to understand what a mastermind is. A mastermind is literally a meeting of the minds to accomplish a specific goal or task. And so I have to make sure that the minds that are coming to this table will contribute and are ready, because you can, have you ever sat at a table with people who don't really do much, like all they do is talk about big things, but they never do big things? That's a waste of a seat. And so I'm not going to have seats full of people who are just talking all day and don't bring forth execution to the table. And so we're asking that you would be someone who has at least hit 5 to 6 figures, or is someone who has the potential. So that means that you have to have proven potential to be in the room to meet those numbers, because I don't want to have someone coming who doesn't even have the desire to hit those numbers. You just want to sit around and waste. No, we're not. And so we have many women who are coming to this table. I did send out some approval stuff, and my team sent out some approval letters. We have women coming to this table, guys, who are grossing over 6 figures. We have some women who are 5 figures. We also have some people who are 4-figure earners who are moving into the 5-figure range and then to the 6-figure range. And so I'm really excited because this is the meeting of the minds. We're literally going to sit in a hotel suite. We're going to be locked in that room from 12 to 4. Well, not locked. You can leave if you want to, but I wouldn't do it. But we're going to be in Atlanta in this private suite. And I just want to explain the vision. I'm going to be doing a separate video about the vision. But really what the vision is that we talk about sisterhood collaboration, right? We talk about collaboration. But for me, collaboration is not just us doing stuff together. We need to build together. But it's funny because people want to build together for free. Like you want to sit down next to me and I'm be working on my business plans. We're working together. I'm going to help you. And you think that you're going to be able to come into a room like this for free? Oh no, 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 no. So we already have people who have registered. The seats are $197. Again, we will be in Atlanta. So excited. I'm so excited. I love Atlanta. I really do love Atlanta. But we're going to be in Atlanta again, December the 8th. We'll be from 12 noon to 4 p.m. So I'm just telling you guys, there are only 10 seats. We do have women who've been registering since this morning. I had 2 registered this morning. I have 2 tell me they're going to register tomorrow. So I know it's last minute, but it really, you shouldn't have to really think this hard about being in this room. My goal is that every woman who comes to this mastermind from 12 to 4 p.m., you're going to leave with a blueprint to really hit your sales goals and as well to expand your business and scale it. So along with myself, I am a 6-figure earner, and that's been in all of my businesses. But the one that I'm bringing to the table for the mastermind is going to be the schools, because they actually are making several 6 figures. And so I am focused on expanding that vision to go into the millions now. And so I want to make $1 million in half a year. That's it's more than possible. And so with that being said, I'm someone who's coming to the table who is in need of construction advice, who is in need of real estate advice, especially for commercial, because that's something I've been studying and really, looking into. So we have women who are coming to the table. There's another one of my ladies, Tiff. I'm so excited to have her. She's coming to the table. She is she is a multi 6-figure earner, and she's coming to the event. She already paid to be in the room, and so it's going to be an amazing event. So it's not even an event, it's an experience, because what we're looking to do is from 12 noon to 4 p.m. I already got we're going to have whiteboards all over that hotel suite, and literally what you're going to do is you're paying to have a seat at this table to then bring the minds together. So what we have for the first 2 hours, and it will be a working lunch provided. For the first 2 hours, we're going to be constructing the plans. Then for the second 2 hours, we're going to be going into the execution of the plans. And being that we have different people, this is why you have to apply to get into this mastermind, because we have different people coming to the table. Okay, there's going to be so many things that you're going to learn. Like, so if you have a question about real estate, we got real estate. If you have a question about retail, we got retail. If you have a question about service-based, we have a whole bunch of people coming who are service-based. So not a whole bunch. It's going to be 10 women. But to me, that's a whole, the room's gonna be full. And then the goal is that once we leave for that year, I'm looking to build this up into different cities. So we already have Philadelphia already in the works. So I'm excited. So Atlanta is gonna be happening on, again, December the 8th. So make your plans. If you live anywhere near Atlanta and you can drive, get a girl with you to drive. Okay, y'all get in the car and y'all head to Atlanta on December the 8th. Y'all spend the night, okay, and then y'all get into it. And again, it's $197. And if someone says, well, why do I have to pay for it? You're not ready for something like this. If you ask me why you need to pay to be around other 6-figure earners, that where you guys aren't in the room talking about, oh, just shoot for your goals. Have you around people who call themselves multimillionaires and then they still on panel or something like that, and they're just like, what, I just shot for my goals, and I just believe that all your dreams are possible, and if you just do what your dreams are, you'll be successful. I get it. I already have faith in myself. I need strategies. So a mastermind is where you're both coming to the table. You're coming to the table to help, and you're also coming to the table to take. So it's a give and take environment, and you've got to be around arenas where people are willing to give to you. And this is the reason why for some of these free events that some of you guys go to, you think people are going to give, not at no free level. I mean, they may give you a little bit, but they're not giving you a whole lot. So at this 197 level, I feel like it's not a lot, to be honest, but it's enough to where you have enough of a seed put in, right? To where you feel like, okay, listen, I paid $197. I better get something out of this. But then guess what? That's also saying you also need to give something. So when we leave from the table, everyone should be leaving with a blueprint of execution. Philadelphia, y'all, opens up tonight. The reason why it opens up tonight is that I was literally going to open up tomorrow, but women have been inboxing me. I put up a status a couple hours ago, and the women were like, Gigi, you put it out. Are you only having 10 seats? And I said, yes. They're like, well, you need to open a registration, because I was just like, okay. So I am already, ladies, if you're from Philadelphia or you're in the Delaware area, New Jersey, ladies, listen, I'm opening up registration night. It's $197. Okay, it's $197. Do not ask me about a payment plan, because you're not going to be around me, and I've been earning over 6 figures. You won't ask me about $197. You better stop buying wigs, stop buying makeup. Listen, you can go makeup free for a month, okay, to be in a room with some 6-figure earners, and to also be around other minded, because there will be people in the room too who are not 6-figure earners. but you have knowledge. Do not knock yourself because you're not yet a six-figure earner. You may be coming to the table. Listen to me. This is how you got to think about it. I started off not as a six-figure earner, but I had a lot of knowledge. And so the thing about being a mastermind is that we're not looking for people who just have a title. You may have knowledge. You may be someone who has all this knowledge. Come to the table, okay? Because you need help. I need help, okay? And you may ask me, well, what does $197 cover? Number one, it covers my time to organize this. And number two, or it also is going to pay for me leading and guiding these activities because I also have expertise in building six-figure businesses. So that's the other reason why you don't have to pay that much. And also, too, I need you to have enough to feel like you've invested to show up. Because you know, some people, they pay only $20 or something. They don't show up because you don't feel enough invested. At $197, I promise your behind is going to show up. Okay, so Philadelphia, get ready. If you are on my email list, okay, then you can be sure to join that. If you want to see for Philadelphia or Atlanta, you can email me at info@genesisdorsey.com. If you're on my Facebook or Instagram, DM me if you want to get your seat. But all the links are already out. If you want to learn more about the mastermind in Atlanta, the link is bit.ly/VIP Mastermind ATL. VIP Mastermind ATL. If you want Philly, you got to inbox me because I'm putting out the link tonight. I'm going to open it up. I will tell you the guys the dates. We already got it locked in. I put it out on Facebook. We already locked it in. So y'all, I'll see y'all soon. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to build these tables? I'm so excited. We're about to have Atlanta. We're about to have Philly. I'm talking to Detroit already from Miss Miracle in Detroit. She wants to bring it to Detroit. And next is Houston. So I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I'm excited. 2019, y'all. Listen. All the places we're going, okay? All the places we're going. See you guys later. I will talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye, YouTube. I'll see y'all later.